If you'd like to make a lot of money, you have to understand the rules of the game. Hello again, everybody. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. And today I'm going to tutor Eli on some of the facts about capitalism, because we live in a capitalistic society. You know, Einstein told us that you have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. And there are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other is as though everything is a miracle. So how does that apply to capitalism? Well, let's talk about the word capital itself. All right, first of all, what is capital? Capital is wealth in the form of money or other assets owned by a person or an organization. It's as simple as that. However, there are other definitions to the word capital, and strangely enough, they're all connected to the money aspect. Let's talk a little bit about those, okay? One definition of capital is the most important city or town of a country or a region, usually its seat of government. All right, you're an individual. What is your seat of government? Do you have one? Do you have a most important objective? Most people don't. Most people are meanderers, all right? They're out there, but they don't have a specific goal or objective. If you don't have a specific goal or objective, if you're a jack of all trades, you're not going to become wealthy, all right? Capital is going to be out of the question. Yeah, you may get by on a week-to-week basis, as 95% of the people do, but if you want to be part of that 5%, you have to be able to specialize in something outstanding. Which brings us to our next definition of capital. A letter the size and form used to begin a sentence. Okay, you're going to begin a sentence. If you're going to have a dream, a goal, an ambition, it has to be large. It has to be huge. Why? Because if you have a small dream, goal, or ambition, that doesn't motivate you to continue. It's only a burning desire or large, passionate dream that makes somebody continue onward and onward and onward and onward. And that's what it takes to become successful, to become wealthy. Now, what do most people do? Is they commit a capital offense, all right? A death penalty. And what is that death penalty? Is they live their lives day to day without any particular goals, without any particular vision, without any particular objective in mind. And when you do that and you just go to work the next day because you went to work the day before, because you went to work the day before that, you have discipline, but there's nothing outstanding about you. And if you expect to have an outstanding income, you have to make an outstanding contribution. You have to be outstanding in your field. It's as simple as that. And one of the things you need to have a capital idea. A top idea, a tremendous idea. That's a capital idea. He's a capital person. He's got a capital idea. How do you get capital ideas? Well, we've talked about that. And once again, I refer back to Einstein, when he said you have to live your life as if everything is a miracle, and live your life as if nothing is a miracle. So what does that mean? Well, that means that you have to put this to work. This is the most important 6 inches of your entire body, right here, the ones between your ears. And when you use that and you come up with something, some idea that's revolutionary, that changes the delivery system, that changes the way a product is administered or delivered, or it changes a paradigm about a product, like a company like Netflix, all right? As we said before, the marketplace changes. The market remains the same. And when we say the market remains the same, the reason that people buy a particular product or service is because they want a particular goal fulfilled. So in the old days, as an example, when you wanted to communicate with somebody across the country, you would write them a letter. It would take 3, 4, 5 days if you were going from, let's say, New York to Los Angeles to get there. Now what happens? Now you get on your computer, bing, bang, boom, you can go in, you use the internet. Or even faster than that is you take your phone, you can do a Snapchat, and it's like you're right there with them. So what the product that's getting delivered is exactly the same, except it's being delivered faster, it's being delivered more effectively, and that's why the U.S. Postal Service is not getting used as much as it used to get used. It's as simple as that. So you need to adjust to the marketplace. All right. Now, one of the things that, and I want to give you some examples of some smart companies that were titans in their field that no longer are even around because they refuse to keep their ears open and listen. All right. This give you a couple of examples right here. First of all, Blockbuster refused to buy Netflix. In fact, they laughed Netflix right out of their meeting. Netflix offered to sell them the company for $50 million. By the way, have you seen a Blockbuster store around lately? I think there's only one left in Oregon, if I'm not mistaken. MySpace rejected Facebook's original purchase price. Have you seen MySpace around? Facebook right now is worth over $440 billion. My numbers may be off, but I'm in the right neighborhood. George Bell, the CEO of Excite, refused to buy Google. You know how much it would have cost him to buy Google? $750,000. He could have bought Google for $750,000. You know what it's worth now? In excess of $640 billion. And where is Excite nowadays? So you get my point. Capital ideas create capital. Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about living in a capitalistic society. One of the things that is the major theme in a school is to not make mistakes. Don't be a failure. In a capitalistic society, the only way that you can achieve great things is by failing. You ask successful people, they'll tell you what's the most important thing about being success? It is to fail more often. I heard Jeff Bezos talk the other day, and I thought it was brilliant. I've actually used the same kind of sentence myself, but he said it 10 times better than I did. I'm working with a particular individual, and we're working on a financial product right now, and we're looking to get a buyer and seller together. We have some good stuff. We're looking to get a buyer and seller together, and he keeps trying, and it's not working. And I said to him, you know what? Here's the thing. You only have to get at bat and hit one home run, and the game's over. Okay, you've won the game. You have all the money that you need to do whatever you want to do. Jeff Bezos said it a lot better than I did. He said, you know, in today's times, batters go up to the plate, and what they do is they swing for the fences, and they'll hit more home runs that way. They strike out more often. In other words, they fail more often, but they're going to hit more home runs. He said, but here's the thing about business. When you get up to bat and you hit a home run, well, in baseball, when you hit a home run, the most runs that you can have score is 4. Runners on bases loaded and the batter, you can score 4 runs. In business, when you hit a home run, you can score 1,000 runs. You're not limited to 4. So here's the way you should be thinking. And by the way, a lot of great achievers, and the one that comes to mind immediately, the two that come to mind immediately are Edison and Walt Disney. All right, you already know the story about Edison and the light bulb, 10,000 different experiments. You know, in order to get the light bulb to work, he didn't fail. He found 10,000 ways that it wouldn't work until he found the way that it would work. You all know that story. Walt Disney, my understanding is Walt Disney did bankruptcy, I believe, 5, 6, 7 times, and he was told that he wasn't very creative. Understand this, when you have an idea that you strongly believe in, that you can visualize, that you can see work, if everyone tells you, oh, that's going to work, you get the wrong idea. Because what you really expect is for everybody to tell you, oh, you're dreaming and it'll never work, so on and so forth. But if you have the belief that it'll work, then you've got to be able, then you have that burning desire, and it keeps you going and going and going and going. That's what it takes to become very wealthy, is to have that burning desire. The purpose of Project Eli. When I sat down, when I was the mentee, my mentors spent a lot of time with me, and they all, it's one of the unwritten rules of being a mentee, is that you are obligated to go out and pass along the information that I'm giving you to other people. Can you think of a better venue right now this minute? Perhaps there will be in the future, but can you think of a better venue than going on YouTube and being able to reach thousands, even millions of people all at once? My mentors couldn't do that. They could, maybe there was one other person in there with me. Most of the time it was just me. But being able to reach thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people at once is an unbelievably tremendous opportunity. I had to take advantage of that. That's what motivated me to do Project Eli. So the thing that you have to realize is that you're going to run into a lot of failures. You're going to take risks. Now here's the problem that people face, the unsolved opportunity that people face. In school, the answer is either right or the answer is wrong, and the worst thing that you can do is that you can fail. That's the wrong mindset. When you learn something from your failure, you haven't failed. You've advanced. You've learned a way that it couldn't get done. So you go on to the next one. You create a new paradigm. You create a new starting line. But you keep your vision intact when you're sold on your vision. And then, as you move forward, you're going to make progress step by step by step by step. But the first thing you have to do is you have to come up with the idea. Let's go back to Einstein again. Treat life as a miracle and treat life as not miracle. All right, let's go back to what we said earlier. When you do your thinking, when you have that burning desire and you're looking for a miracle solution, that burning desire invites the universal mind to come down and help you. The universal mind is inside all of us. It inspires the universal mind to give us mind flashes, to give us new ideas, to change our paradigm so that we can move forward, so we can get solutions. That's how it works, and it works with all the things that you have around you. That's the part that's the miracle. The part that's not the miracle is the fact that you have to go to work. It's not going to happen by accident. And when you go to work, you've got to realize that there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be detours, there's going to be difficult scenarios, there's going to be everyone telling you, including your parents, your best friends, your spouse, telling you, oh, it's impossible, you can't do that, it's not going to happen. But you have to have that inner drive, that inner belief. And that belief is what's going to carry you. And all of the people that you meet that are in that 5% group that achieve great things, all of those people were told, oh, that'll never happen, you can never do that, you'll never be a professional athlete, you'll never be a professional singer, but you'll always find when you talk to these people that they combine their vision and unbelievable hard work to get where they needed to go. All right? When individuals identify their purpose in life, incredible things happen, and the birth of innovation occurs, and it moves society forward at an accelerated pace. Please, this is one of the things they don't teach you in school. Get your help, get the miracle from the universal mind. The universal, the infinite knowledge will come down, wants to help you. It's a law of the universe. But you've got to have that burning desire. You have to see it, feel it, smell it, taste it, touch it, visualize it. You've got to see that end result. And then you've got to go to work. And when you go to work and you make your step by step by step progress, the universal mind will continue to bless you with mind flashes and help you to get where you want to go. Our thought for the day comes from Andrew Carnegie, who, if you take his fortune at the time that he was in the early 1900s, matter of fact, he was the one that inspired Napoleon Hill to write Think and Grow Rich and gave him many of his ideas. He's the author of many books. Andrew Carnegie. If you take his fortune, he is the second wealthiest man in American history if you put it in today's dollars. He would have $309 billion in today's money. This is what our quote is from Andrew Carnegie. Concentrate your energies, your thoughts, and your capital. The wise man puts all his eggs in one basket and watches that basket very carefully. And because we never end a meeting on a philosophical note, in Charge Nation, let's get out there, do some good thinking, do some good work, and charge! I'm Eli's dad.